Dear Nanog. Hey fellas, this is gonna be the last Journeys reaction video before the next volume of the Dog drops on Netflix and before the celebration starts officially next week. Oh, may have 30 days. One of these. Second to the last one in the 70s. So let's get to it with episode 56, X the Japanese version, Wikstrom in the 4, or the Chivalrous Castle, as Ash seeks to bond and train more with his Galarian Farfetch'd, as does Go with his Scyther he caught a while back. The two catch wind of a training camp being held by a victim of the Colors Elite Four in his castle, and I must say, hey, it's nice to see him join the main anime after that cameo he had in the Diancie movie. Now the only member of the Elite Four that hasn't appeared yet in the anime is Drasna, but I'm getting ahead of myself. So, upon their arrival, Wikstrom, of course, takes a liking to Ash and Go, as well as their Pokemon, and has them all train in special armor, hence why I was humming the Tyrannog theme. That was actually a pretty good show, now that I remember it. I mean, of the Toku series that I watched, which didn't adapt Japanese for the instead have made their own, that's the good one. I mean, but back on this series, even though for the most part, Wikstrom's pretty close to his counterpart in the games, he does taken by the emotion of their bond on more than one occasion, and what with his age giving him a handkerchief to deal with it all. In many ways, kind of reminds me of how the Giant Posters handle Byron, seeing that he loves things as explosions behind him, especially with Dan Green working with the dove. I mean, and the trials involve trying to resist the medicine from his Probopass, and going through the maze of the castle itself, like one of those old Japanese game shows, whose I know to watch sometimes. Hopefully, once G4 launches is up again, and they'll also bring back things like the Unbeatable Bonsuke as well, man, especially. And so the final trial, like it can be ignited on his cast, is simple, to get the key to either beat him in battle or claim the key to the status that Klefki is holding. And definitely don't know what to make of certain elements. And I mean, they're only really informed attributes to me. But still, the actual fight in the second half of the episode is actually quite good. I mean, I actually like the way it was staged, the way they used the setting and the characters, and once again, Yuki Hayashi's music. He was definitely a good man to take the reins from Shinji Miyazaki, though once again, I'm surprised that Tenya Ida isn't in the holes there either. So, exactly. So, while how his Galarian Fights doesn't evolve yet, to me, I'm actually kind of glad that there's still leaving some room for that. To me, and so, it does learn a new move, Detect, so which will come in handy for the future. Which makes sense to me, given how I think there had to be specific moves it has to learn in the games, as well as that bond with the trainer, for that to happen. That's why I keep mine in rotation, and then why that was my favorite part of Sword to bond with mine. So, and actually I named mine Melina. I mean, I'm definitely going to be talking about the Mortal Kombat reboot trailer soon. And so, Go gets the key, and not only are the two who recognize as some Wikstrom's knights, he go actually gets a Caesar. I was kind of like how holding the item works in the anime. They actually had to physically hold the item during a trade with his blades. And even though I'm not sure what to make of this Psyduck and Love of episode that they have next week, I am kind of looking forward to a lot of stuff. I don't know if they have planned potentially. Hey, I'm not like I said. I don't actively speculate unless I have more concrete details. Else, I mean, I'm looking forward to among other things like the Post Malone concert, her virtually, hey, actually turning into a video game avatar. Her, I mean, especially I'm still listening to who that song he helped contribute to Spider Verse. Hers, I guess you might say, you the Sunflora. I think I love it be too much. That's definitely a movie that still has raised my expectation of what an adaptation can be, especially. So, anyway, that's what I'll just have to say for now. I'm definitely gonna have a fun experiment for y'all tomorrow. So we can see what it is. So, later.